the polytechnics, and the universities. And it is about the issue of being able to get our transcripts and certificates after graduation. It's quite becoming unbecoming that people find it very difficult to get their transcripts after they've graduated from their higher institutions. To our channel. Please kindly subscribe, like, send to your friends, and let's engage here. Thank you. Hi guys. Today I want to speak from the mind of many Nigerian students, especially those who have graduated from their institutions of learning, colleges of education, the polytechnics, and the universities. And it is about the issue of being able to get our transcripts and certificates after graduation. It's quite becoming unbecoming that people find it very difficult to get their transcripts after they've graduated from their higher institutions of learnings. And like after burning candles, after putting in all the efforts, writing tests, writing examinations, going for practical trainings, going to the laboratories to have some hands-on practicals. Some have to go for CWSs everywhere. Some had to go for industrial trainings, industrial attachments in different places. And the risk of going on the road, traveling from different homes to the higher institutions to get trained so that people can better their future. Then when people are done with this, then getting the certificates and transcripts are now becoming so difficult, like a camel is trying to pass through the needle's holes. Shouldn't be. And so this will go to our ministers of education or minister of education and the commissioners for education in different states and minister in the nation. Can you people help please look into this area? You elders, kindly help us to look into this. Let the information go down to from the Minister of Education to the Commissioners of Education, then down to the VCs, the provosts, the rectors of different higher institutions of learning, that students that have worked so hard need to have the transcripts to show for what they've learned, and they need easy access to their certificates when they have completed their programs. In these days and eras, certificates are like almost ready the moment you've fulfilled all the academic needs you have to fulfill. And you can actually download your certificates in so many institutions outside my nation. And since virtually all their institutions have gone digital, this should actually be very, very possible. And people should not need to be going everywhere, need connections. You have to know this, you have to know that, you have to know the son of the son or the ancestor and the ancestral spirits of the registrar before you will be able to get your transcript with ease. And if people have paid they've made all their payments, paid the tuition, made all due payments, maybe they need to pay some laboratory for some laboratory experiences or exposures, and they've made all those payments and they've had their clearances done. They didn't break anything in the laboratory, or even if they have broken anything, then they have paid to that effect. Then after all has been said and done, their transcripts should be easily accessible to them. It's becoming unbecoming and really frustrating to see that after you've done everything, you now need your transcripts to make advancements in life, and you start going into so many places. You go to universities, you keep going, like you have to go and book hotel in some places and be going to the secretary, to the registrar's office every day for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. Why? That should never be. And by the time some schools will actually ask you, oh, we cannot send it to your personal address. Why can't you send transcripts to people's personal addresses? Because they've labored for those things. They were the one who sat to do GES 101, POS 301, 304, and all those ones. They were the ones that sat for all those things. So why is it that their transcripts could not get into their houses or cannot be sent to their different places of abode? Why must I need a big company to have the transcripts that I had sat down to study, to write examinations, to pass examinations for? Why must it go to the corporate organization? What is the offense or what is the rule that said the transcript cannot come to me that worked for it? Please, there should be a rethink, and the education world should be rejigged. Their institutions should have, the leaders in diverse capacities, the deans of faculties, the HODs, the registrars, the administrative powers in different institutions should please have a seat, have a meeting, discuss ways forward, because it is becoming so stressful for so many people to get their transcripts out of the universities, out of the polytechnics, out of colleges of education. And I think schools of nursing, maybe I'm defending my area, are actually doing very well in this area. I haven't had a situation where I had to get my documents from my schools. In fact, oh, I can only say God bless Nigerian nursing leaders. In so many ways, they take us as friends, as family members, as sisters and brothers, and you really don't have to struggle like I've been hearing from the university guys. Well, maybe the university I attended to and my department too. I have had no reasons to struggle to get my transcripts and certificates from schools, but I've seen many people struggling, some people even struggling to the extent of losing their lives. And I could still remember a particular very pathetic story of someone. For a very long time, I actually kept that person's number on my phone. They kept going to one university in Ondo State to get transcripts, to process things that will make their life better. They couldn't. And in one of those days, there was an accident and they died. Why should we be losing people in their prime just because the authorities in the universities are not releasing what should be released with ease? I'd had reasons to just sit down and send mail to my school where I am and requested for a particular document, and they sent. And I've had someone who had requested from their universities to send their transcript to a particular organization outside, and they were even requesting, how much should I pay for it to be sent? They said, no, since you've paid tuition, we are to send. And they sent. All they had to do was to just send them the tracking mails, the tracking numbers. But where I'm talking about, people will not be given their transcript. They will not send the transcript to people's different homes. And whenever they say they won't even want to give you student copies, they will so batter the whole face of the transcript with student copy, student copy, student copy, student copy, that the whole transcript, the student copy, will almost look very, or almost become so useless that you will even somehow feel ashamed to present that copy to anyone. Why? Please. People should be able to request for their transcripts with so much ease, sit down in the comfort of their homes, do not have needs to know A, B, C to Z before their transcripts will be sent to wherever they want them sent to. Please, you elders, parents have been sending your students outside Nigeria to study now. I mean, you are fathers and mothers and sisters and brothers in those offices where transcripts are being processed in the higher institutions. Your kiddies have been coming outside to study, and ask them, if you've never heard from them, how do they get their transcripts and certificate? Do they have to struggle? Why must we struggle to even breathe in our own nation? You struggle to eat, to take taxi to school. You struggle to get into the classroom because sometimes you have to be there very, very early, struggling, pushing and pushing so that you will get a seat, or maybe you put paper and you understand, and secure your seat for the next class. We struggled all those ways. We counted all those things joy. Now that transcripts should be released, it shouldn't become Fourth World War. Please, let people have access with ease to their transcripts and not sitting at different, even if you sit and make and have meetings that people should be paid. Yes, I know some institutions ask people to pay. Well, there are logistics. We aren't blaming you for that, because there could be need to make, maybe spend this and spend this to bring those things into being. But then after all the spendings, some transcripts are still being left unattended, unsigned, or unprepared. Why, please? Please kindly help. If you are a lover of Nigerian students education system, please spread this far and wide. Transcript certificates should be made available with ease to people who have done their programs. People should not be allowed to keep struggling before they will be able to have those things. And don't keep battering the faces of our student copies with so much paint that those student copies become so useless for us. We've labored hard, we've paid much, we've made sacrifices. Please help us. Stop choking life out of people when they need all these documents from you. Just release to people with so much ease. If we must pay, we agree, we understand how the country runs. The moment we've made those payments to the appropriate quarters, present the receipt. Please help us bring out our transcripts, give to us our certificates. Don't let it be that everything will be by struggling. Thank you very much. All students, all parents who these things are concerned in one way or are concerned in one way or the other about this, should please drop your comments here. If you have struggles to get your transcripts, drop it here. If you found it very easy to get your transcript and certificate, tell us how you were able to, because people need to stop, to stop living lives with so much distresses before we get things. We have to start getting things done with ease. Thank you so much.